because like I already got him. Ooh.
For all these intentions and those in our hearts.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen.
Dear Lord and Father of all, thank you for today. We ask all this in the name of Jesus. Amen. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah. So, okay, I printed out the little video thing and the popcorn, but I colored it in. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, today's Friday. Journals are due today. Homework is due. For future reference, how about we just continue to keep the journals on the shelf?
Okay.
So that we're
Safe space.
to save space in the little. Journals are due today. What else was due today? The summer and the graphic organizer. Yes. Did everybody turn in their journals? Did everybody turn in their graphic organizers? Alright, if you have not turned in your graphic organizers, please do so right now. Okay. In the meantime, going back to our thing. Alright. Can anybody tell me what a critic is? Tristan.
A person that gives their, like a professional person that gives their.
Yeah, so, ladies. Yeah, so someone will give their opinions about something. Alright, what kind of critics are there in the world? Johanna. Food critics? Miranda? Okay.
Gordon Ramsay.
He's like a chef. He's his own name. Why lie?
No, he has his own show where he goes around.
He's being a food critic, that's for sure. Yeah. So, because it's anybody who gives their opinions, right? We all give our opinions. Ladies in the back, thank you. So, another kind of critic that we're all popular for today are influencers. Influencers, but is it like the Pinterest people, the YouTubers, like the YouTubers, yeah, like everything like
Beauty
that.
gurus.
So those people are critics as well because they get their products and they review it online for everybody to see. Okay. So before you guys head out today, I do want you guys to write an answer. So you guys can also write this like during the movie. When was the last time you were a critic? Okay.
I was never.
You have been a critic though. So what movie have you seen lately? What was the last movie you saw? No, Hey, have you seen Harry Potter?
No.
Have you seen Toy Story? Okay, what was your opinion on Toy Story?
It was sad.
Okay, Diego.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Sad but good. Okay. So right now you just gave us your opinion. So would you recommend that movie to anybody else?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
But I'm not professional, so
No, a critic can be like anybody. It's being critical. And some people get paid for it. It's really nice. Alright. Okay. Your criticism is questions. Yeah. Okay. Alright, Lauren, can you please sit 2 seats away from Tristan? Okay. Yes. Yeah. No. When was the last time you were a critic? Literally, when was the last time? No. Not right now. Okay. No. So right now, I'm gonna pull up. Do you guys still have the packets that I gave you guys yesterday regarding the essays? Yes. Yeah? Okay. Alright.
I have to slide my weight. Okay, I'ma just. Yeah. I'm moving position.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please take out the packets that I gave you guys yesterday. So the packets, the essay about the Harry Potter, and see the first Harry Potter movie.
The Harry Potter movies are
story film. Okay. Alright, so you guys have seen the first Harry Potter movies. Okay, cool. Alright, so this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. This right here is a written review about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Okay, the first one.
I've never seen any of them.
I'm gonna be a movie critic right now. I personally think that they are fantastic movies, except for the second one. I wasn't really a big fan of the second one. Zero Z. Yeah. So, I really like. I think it's because I grew up with it that I really love them so much. We're not gonna read through this. All I want you guys to see is that because we are gonna be reviewing or making a movie review about the National Treasure. Okay. Since we are going to be making a movie about the National Treasure, you guys need to check out how long this is. How long is your movie review supposed to be?
1.5 pages long.
1.5 to 2 pages long. Okay, double space, all that fun stuff. Alright? So, here, you'll see that the author of this review mentioned things that she liked about the movie, things that she didn't like about the movie. She criticized J.K. Rowling at one point too for making so much money off of this children's book. But there's plot summaries, okay? So in the packet that I gave you guys, for the movie review template, it's like the last page of the packet. It shows you what 6 paragraphs need to be in the movie review and what I'm looking for each paragraph. Okay? And with the plot summary, like I told you guys yesterday, bless you.
Bless you.
Like with the plot summary.
Bless you.
Bless you.
You're welcome.
You guys can use the graphic organizers to help organize your ideas and thoughts. Alright, Gio, what are you playing? Huh? If that's a distraction, just put it away. Or Marissa, if that's a distraction, then just put it away. Yes, that's fine.
I'm just looking at the print.
Okay. Alright, yes, Serena.
So we have to type 6 paragraphs, and that would be about 1.5 or 2 pages.
Correct, yes. Yeah. So there are different, again, like how we were talking about different kinds of movie, or different kinds of critics, there are different ways that you can criticize
Stop.
something.
Don't take my markers.
I need one.
Read. But yeah, if it's not yours, don't touch it. Oh yeah, so there's written articles, there's movie reviews. I don't know what happened to this, but oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so as you can see here, there are a lot of different like Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone movie review. There's a bunch of movie reviews regarding the movie because of how popular it was. There's some like just criticism about the book and the movie. But yes, so we didn't go over the essay that I wrote you guys, right? No? Alright. So we're gonna have to do that even before.
We also need to look at movie review template.
I'll be right there.
Project where we go over the movie review. Yeah, we have to like 6 paragraphs.
Guys, this is worth, again, 80 points. You guys can get up to 95 points on this if you do a great job. I have outlined everything that I asked for you guys in each thing. Alright? So, with the movie review project, it shows everything that you need, how many points is worth what. Yes? So, when you're typing, remember how I drew Gio the picture yesterday?
Oh yeah.
When you're typing, it's just like continuous. So here you go, you finish one page and then whoop, a second page appears. So then a half a page. So the minimum is 1.5 pages. The maximum is 2 pages. Yes. Thanks. 1.5 to 2 pages. The least you can write is 1.5 pages. The most that I want you to write is 2 pages. because movie reviews and just any kind of reviews can be like pages upon pages long, and I don't have time to read that stuff. I've had this for a while, or I've had the tablecloth for a while, but it's been like off in the corner. So yeah, I'm gonna use this as a podium because I have. It's a movie podium. It helps out. It's not stuck. Okay. So, looking at both the movie review template and the little movie review that I wrote you guys, I wrote mine off of Harry Potter. The main problem that I did write about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I just didn't write it in the first paragraph, so that was probably a mistake of mine. But yeah, so in paragraph 1, it says I need to introduce the idea by stating that I've just seen the movie and I'd like to give my opinion about it. I need to mention a couple of details that might help the reader understand what type of movie you're talking about. So, you'll notice how, real quickly, I have the heading right here. I'm pretending that I'm Jane Doe, student number. So, you know how I said you can get like puns? Or extra credit for like puns? That's why I put like you'll be in a hairy situation if you do not watch the movie. Who knows what it means to be like in a hairy situation?
Isn't that like a, what is it called? I don't know what that's called.
No, that's more like sounds like hey. Yeah. No. A pun is like a play on word. You know, so to be in a hairy situation to me is like to be in like in a bad situation, right? So like you'll be in a bad situation if you do not watch this movie. And then so I put the author by Jane Doe, aka Miss Unknown. Huh? So you're gonna write your name and then you're gonna write your own alias. So your own, huh?
And the AKA part?
Yeah, and the AKA part. An alias is like a fake name that you use for yourself. Well, no, you get to make your own fake name. Yeah, so you can have fun. As long as it's appropriate, that's all I ask. But Jane Doe. Do you guys know when Jane Doe or John Doe is used?
Yeah.
When they don't know, they do. Yes, ma'am.
You do put it on the
Yes. Yeah. So, like how Miranda said, Jane Doe or John Doe is used when someone doesn't know the identity of a person, right? So I had fun with the name Jane Doe, aka Miss Unknown. Because literally, you only use Jane Doe when you don't know who like the person is. So like for Miranda, you'll be like first name, last name, aka, and then like give me an alias that you would use. Like a nickname. Okay, aka Tortuga. Yeah. Alright. So in the first paragraph, I'm just gonna read this one and I'm gonna have you guys like read the other ones. So every year around Halloween time, HBO, Disney, Hallmark, and other popular television stations have marathons of different movie series during their countdown to Halloween specials. One movie in particular is so popular that it has its own Wizarding Weekend in July, Harry Potter. After trying not to fall into the mainstream crowd, I finally decided to give this movie a shot to see what the big deal was. Okay, first things first, does everyone, who knows what mainstream means?
Wait, can you say the sentence again? Like, try not to fall into the mainstream?
After trying not to fall into the mainstream crowd.
So, does that mean, like, you don't want to join all those people that watch that movie? Like,
The fandom.
Yeah, the fandom.
Yeah.
You don't want to join the...
Yeah, so mainstream means like something that's super popular, okay? Alright, so in this movie review, Jane Doe was kind of like a hipster, you know, like when they just try not to do like what everybody's doing, you know? Though now hipster is like a mainstream thing, so it's kind of ironic in my opinion. But whatever. So Jane Doe was trying not to be like everybody else by watching this movie, right? But she finally decided to like to give it a shot. Yes, Rita.
Why does the word mainstream have quotation marks around it?
Because you know, like when it's added on emphasis, you know. So while she's trying to be like mainstream, so going to the movie review. So I'm gonna be honest. It's just keep the paper. I notice I say I'm just gonna be honest a lot. It's my and. So just have the two papers side by side, so that way you're not like flipping one, flipping the other, flipping one, flipping the other. So on the movie review template, paragraph 1, it says that I need to notify the people that I just saw this movie and I'd like to give an opinion about it. Alright? Where in the first paragraph can you find out that Jane Doe decided to watch the movie and that she wants to give her opinion about it? At the end. Or what sentence?
Every time I saw it to the mainstream crowd, I finally decided to give this movie a shot and to see what the big deal was.
Exactly. Alright, so whether it's a movie review or an essay, a book report, whatever, the last sentence of the first paragraph is called your thesis statement.
Oh,
Okay? Yeah. So that's what your whole thing's gonna be about. I made a mistake by not mentioning Harry Potter, you know, and the Sorcerer's Stone, because we all the 8 movies? Yeah, part 1 and part 2 for book 7, yeah. So, for all we know, I could have been talking about like 1 out of the 8 movies. I didn't become specific into the second paragraph, and that was my bad. Then again, I was writing this essay like 1 in the morning, so I'll give myself something to do there. Okay. What kind of details did I give about the movie in the first paragraph? What can you tell me about Harry Potter so far?
That it's very popular and has its own wizarding.
And the fact that it's like also part of like the countdown to Halloween, which is where a lot of the popular movies have their reruns, yeah. And Freeform, yeah. Like Hocus Pocus is a popular Halloween movie.
Oh, man. Somehow, they freak me out.
Sometimes, yeah.
Like Home Alone is like a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Home Alone is a classic. Alright. So paragraph 2 is supposed to summarize the plot and the story. So when and where does it take place? Who are the main characters? What's the story about? No spoilers. Nobody likes spoilers. Alright, so Miranda, could you read me paragraph 2, please?
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is set in 2 major places, at his aunt and uncle's care, and grew up like a male version of Cinderella, living in a cramped room with maids to do all the cleaning and cooking. Nobody liked him at home, etc. On his 11th life, but that he is also trying to kill Harry Potter.
Okay, so
I said Ranger Potter.
yeah. I know. So when you're really tired, you find out a lot about yourself. I found out that I thought that Harry Potter and Cinderella were like the same thing.
Wait, we actually didn't
Yeah, this was like 2 nights ago when I was like really tired yesterday. I only had like 2 hours of sleep. Sleep is important. But yeah. Yes.
So in the second paragraph, don't like include any like spoilers, meaning like any big scenes that like happen that are like dramatic, I guess.
Like Avengers Endgame, baby.
Yeah, like Avengers Endgame, like don't give the main things away.
Oh, okay.
In this one, I talked about how Harry lived in the cupboard, how he lived with his aunt and uncle, how he attended Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and that Voldemort is alive, and that he's trying to kill Harry Potter. Okay, so those are like the kind of details that I'm looking for in paragraph 2. You can also see that I put where the setting was, both in the Muggle world, which is like the non-magic world, and the Wizarding world. I also put Muggle in quotes because that's like a term from the movie. And whenever I had mentioned a character, so like Harry Potter in parentheses, Daniel Radcliffe, this is what like you guys need to pay attention to. Who are the main characters in the movie? Characters, in parentheses, the actors that actually play them. Alright. I did a mistake, another mistake of not putting when it took place, but I'm pretty sure it took in the early 90s. The setting was in the early 90s. And yes. Paragraph 3 was talk about the actors and actresses and discuss who did a good job and who didn't. Alright, so Amanda, could you please read me paragraph 3?
The overall movie was not enjoyable, and I can see why it hasn't been considered a movie. The only issue that I have with this movie is that it was Daniel Radcliffe's acting skills. I mean, ouch, have you never been a game before? And I'm pretty sure you can do this. Convincing every time his car hurt. Nonetheless, Grant and Watson's performances were excellent. Emma Watson accurately portrayed how it felt like to be seized by boys, having to rescue a same boy from his storm by running into the ghost bathroom. Rupert, on the other hand, also grew in the movie from the wizard from Port Wizard and went to the brave wizard who helped Harry with the deadly game. When a deadly game of wizard's chess. Also, watching the friendship develop between two actors is very natural and helped the storyline along.
Okay. So, who did I think did a bad job in this movie? Marissa.
You thought that Daniel Radcliffe acting skills were bad
Yes. And how do you know that his acting skills were bad?
because you said that the only show how he did that is that with Daniel Radcliffe's acting skills.
Yeah. So I explicitly said that I did on his acting skills. Like, what about it? Like, Johanna.
Whenever your scar got hurt, you couldn't
Yeah. Yeah. That was one thing that my mom and I would always make fun of him about. The lightning bolt scar, that whenever Voldemort's near, you're just like, oh, my scar. I'm like, okay, dude. Okay, who did I think did it good? That was probably better than
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Yeah. He like kind of like winces. Yeah. I mentioned how Rupert Grint and Emma Watson was excellent. I liked how Emma Watson, like, how it was just kind of real, like where she was teased by boys, but then she had to like save those boys that teased her because they couldn't figure out what spell to use when the trouble was in the bathroom, and how to do it properly. All right, paragraph 4 is talking about what I liked about the movie and what I didn't like. When you guys read it, you're gonna find out that I like the special effects. I love the musical number. I just didn't like the CGI on Voldemort's face. It's
CGI is like graph, like how they made him look, or just the special effects.
the special effects, yeah. So you know where? Have you seen the first movie?
Yes, I fell asleep.
Okay. So
I've only seen like the Chamber of Secrets.
yeah. So like in the Harry Potter, like the professor has Voldemort's head on the back of his head, right? Like the face. But obviously, like that's not a real thing. So they use CGI, they use the special effects to put that face on there, and it was really freaky. But I didn't like that. Yeah.
So that's a good idea, Harry Potter. Wanna know why? Because because you know, I have one of those cars that have a TV in the back, and my brothers and sisters would always play that movie. So that just made me hate it for whatever reason.
I'm sorry, Abraham.
I read
It's my favorite movie.
I read the book but I thought it was cool. And then I tried the movie and then I didn't like the movie.
I read one book.
For me, books are always better than
My
movies.
little cousin, she's in her 4th grade and she likes that. She likes it. You should like the Lord of the Rings. She's pretty the Lord of the Rings.
So I tried watching all of them, and every time I fell asleep.
I didn't like
See,
that.
and this is why we have movie critics and book critics. Some people really like it, some people really don't. They give their opinions.
No, Alex, you should go to bigspot.com so you could get paid by your
Okay.
opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
When it says the different things to talk about the actors and actresses, do you want us to say like the character name or like their actual?
The actor and actress's name. Yes. Yeah, and so going back, I know it's rough, but we're almost done with it. So what lessons did you learn from the story? Every story has a theme, every story has a moral. You can always learn something from everything. I learned that the power of love and friendship can like get you through every hardship, whether it's like magical in the movie or if it's not, because Harry Potter's mom loved him so much that protected Harry from like the killing curse. And you're a wizard, Harry, yes. Yeah.
That's the only thing I know about it. You're a wizard, Mary.
No, about it up.
Oh yeah, and then I
I'm not gonna
remember
spell it out.
back then, like when Janine, one of the girls, like age wrestled in, she's like the Dumbledore, whatever, name.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
Dumbledore, and she's like, she has a hairstyle.
Yeah. And then but you also have to think like, what do you think others will learn from it? So I thought the power of love and friendship. Other people might just think of the classic good versus evil battle. Yeah, because that's what everybody says. It's just a movie about good versus evil. Well, because you're not really like giving the movie a shot, and you're not really like looking into the movie as a whole. Yep. Paragraph 6 is what people like about the movie. Like, what would you who would you recommend to? Who would you not recommend it to? What's the MPAA rating of the movie? So it's like, is it G, PG, PG-13, etc. And what is your final word on the film? Is it good or is it bad? Alright, so I wrote, in the end, this was a wonderful PG movie that children 10 and above can enjoy with their family. The director did a fantastic job organizing the fantasy movie into an iconic film with the action, music, and storyline. Alright, so I recommend, and I think, what group of people will like this movie? I kind of mixed that one with the who would you recommend it to? Children 10 and up with their families, okay? So who would I not recommend it to?
Poor girls, like,
9 and below.
that's
Exactly.
what we hated, watching it every day as a kid.
And I wouldn't recommend it to Abraham because we all know that he doesn't like it. So, but see, that's the whole thing, right? Because you recommend it doesn't mean that like the person's gonna automatically like it. They could go have their own opinion too. Becky. Huh? Okay, focus, Becky, focus.
Hi.
Yeah. Rating score, you guys can keep up with this one. I did a classic 1 through 10, but I have fun. And you can do Rotten Tomatoes too, but out of 1 through 10, I gave my movie a 9 3/4 as a movie rating.
Is that your actual movie rating? Trying to watch Harry Potter. I'm just trying to watch Harry Potter.
Alright, I believe. Yeah, but for those of you who know the movie, 9 3/4 is a platform that Harry Potter has to like run through in order to get into the living world, which is why I had it like that. And then a short biography about yourself, okay? So pretend that someone's writing it about you. It has to be in third person. What kind of pronouns are in third person?
She,
her,
they.
him.
Yeah. So no I, no me, no we, no nothing of that. Pretend someone is writing the biography about you, okay? So like Jane Doe wrote this movie review, and it goes, Jane Doe is a high school freshman who enjoys spending her time helping her past middle school teacher, Miss O, create a written example for a 6th or 8th grade English language arts class. I wish I had someone like that. So she hopes to one day become a fantastic teacher like Miss O and works hard at school to get it. Okay, I was 1 in the morning. I was tired. I had to hype myself up some way somehow. So I'm gonna write how fantastic I am. No. But here you see Jane Doe. You see the pronouns she and her. You see that she's a high school freshman. What's her job? She's helping out her past middle school teacher and everything else like that.